And guys, job completed in Nottingham. He's had 12 panels on the rear. I'm just going to show you a bit of a walkthrough on this job. We didn't do you a pre-video, let's say, just because it's pretty much a standard job apart from one thing. So I wanted to just go through, show you how we've done it and what options you've got if you're limited for space, for fuse boards, consumer units. This is one of the options you can do. So yeah, we'll show you around. So that's the panels. So what we've done, because the customer, a bit awkward where the main fuse board was. It wasn't sort of on this external wall. It was, I would say, about a metre in through that side door, and it's about a metre in. Obviously, getting cables to and from might look a bit ugly. So yeah, so we decided to go for a new fuse board, split tails. But what it was is back to this meter cupboard. You've got a kids' playroom, and the customer didn't really want a fuse board in there, obviously for obvious reasons. Kids messing about with it. I did recommend putting it high up, going into cavities, fishing tails through, but I says, you know, it might be me making a bit of a mess. But anyway, he opted for the external fuse board. So this is one of the options you've got. If for any reason there's no room in the meter cupboard, I know people don't, well, meter men don't like us putting those equipment in here, but there wasn't much room in there. You've got isolation point in there, you've got your meters and stuff. There was no room in there for any sort of equipment, so we had to go externally. But I just want to show you a video of sort of what not to do and what to do, basically. So the car charger fitted by British Gas, I think the customer said, and they've done an external fuse board like me. But as you can see, they've gone top entry, they've just siliconed all the way around all, and now if we go in here, it's quite tough to get open. There's just water dripping out everywhere. I've also turned the power off, so I went to go test the test button, and the test button isn't even working. That's not working. And then what I did do, I flipped the MCB down, it wouldn't reset itself. So I shouted the customer to come out and just explain to him what's going off. Anyway, I went to reset it, it resetted itself. So anyway, I've recommended for customers to get a local electrician out to replace that. Or, you know, we can do it at some point when we're passing next. But yeah, that's what not to do. If you've got to silicon anything up, I mean it's IP65, but if you've got to silicon anything up, to me, you know, you're penetrating it, you know, and it's not properly sealed. If you was to do something like that, maybe put it right butt up to this meter cupboard so you got some sort of protection from elements, but even so, I wouldn't even do that. So if you're going from this board to my board, this is sort of how I'd recommend doing it. The only part where I've actually penetrated my board is at the bottom entry. I mean, you can even mount these to the wall internally with 4 screws and then put a little cap over, but to me that's still not great. So with this board, you've got your fixings which attach to the actual back side of the board, and then you fasten it to the wall externally, which is way better in my opinion. So yeah, that's my board. So what to do and what not to do. So yeah, so that's the board. I've decided to come externally in conduit and straight up into the loft. The inverter's just mounted to the cable end, and straight down, and I've basically gone in an angle. The only time where I use silicon is in these scenarios in back of the conduit box. That's the only time I ever use silicon. But even so, it's going into cavity and then into the meter cupboard and then back down and then through the flexible Cortex. So yeah, job done in Nottingham.